Hello again, everybody. This is Lake. I'm here to be your GM once again, but for the second part of our session zero. Today I'm here with Frankie. Say hi, Frankie.
Hello.
Frankie, who are you playing today?
I am playing Ahlstrand-Everfree, a Pokemon trainer.
Okay. Um, so yeah, just like the last video, this is just going to be session zero. Uh, like I said before, all of my players are doing a separate session zero. I won't say why right now because I don't want to spoil that for Frankie. Uh, but yeah, you ready to get into it, Frankie?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. The Pokemon world is buzzing, and you know exactly why. It was about a month ago that this Iliad organization announced that they would be hosting a tournament for trainers unlike any other in history. Despite no mention of prizing, other than the possibility of meeting a mythical Pokemon, whatever that might mean, trainers worldwide are anxious to prove their mettle in this grand tournament. So, here you are. 1 month after the announcement, you've made your way to. Oh, this was a question I was supposed to ask before. Can you tell me what your home region is again? I should know this.
Um, Home region would just be like off of the Liberty Isles, correct?
Not. Yeah, off of the Liberty Isles. Yes.
I want to say I said it as Ion Town near the Alice
Oh no
clusters.
no sorry. I meant any real region. This is
Oh,
technically taking place in a real region, but your hometown. I mean, if you want to be from the Liberty Isles, that is perfectly fine. That this is something I should have asked a while ago. I'm so sorry.
you're fine. I completely forgot about it.
That's okay.
Da, 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 da,
You can be
da,
from
da,
Ion Town.
why?
That's fine. Everybody else here doesn't know what that is, and that is okay.
I'm probably just gonna do Ion Town then, because I'm gonna be so dead honest with you. I completely forgot what I had said it as and didn't write it down.
All good. It happens. Okay. So we are in Ion Town. Um, this is actually a local tournament qualification exam for those who already live here. There's another exam happening for the Unova region. However, that is happening in Nimbasa City. But yeah, since you're already here, you are taking your exam at Ion Town. So the sun is blazing high in the sky on this bright spring evening, and dozens of trainers are flooding the streets. They're all discussing their hopes for the exam results. You arrive to the center of town, and there's a huge clearing set with battle arenas, obstacle courses, and these tents or gazebos, kind of. You look around, and uh, a man kind of like catches line of sight with you. You guys lock eyes, and he walks over. He's wearing a white visor hat that has an orange Pokeball design with a flame kind of trailing off of it. He walks up to you and he says, "Hello, are you here to take part in the tournament qualification exams?"
Julia, are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, you can swear. We're all adults here. You can swear.
Oh yeah.
Great. My name is Victor, and welcome. Before we get started, could you please show me your trainer ID? You gonna hand that over?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, he kind of looks it over and he pulls out a tablet and he starts typing on it. He just kind of scrolls for a little bit. Awesome. Now we've got you all signed up, and he hands you back your trainer ID. Uh, I'll give you an outline of how this is supposed to work. Are you ready?
Yep.
Alrighty then. Follow me. And he begins to walk, and he's talking to you in what, like, really reminds you of like a tourist giving an explanation. Uh, he's walking and talking, and you are definitely expected to be following. Are you following?
Absolutely.
Do you just out of curiosity, does Ash trail like a little bit behind? Is Ash keeping pace? Where are you while you're following this person?
Keeping pace.
Keeping pace. Okay, you kind of like side by side. Um, he looks over at you while he's walking, and he says, "Today's qualification exam is broken up into 3 tests. The first will be a verbal exam. You'll be asked a series of questions to highlight your strengths and weaknesses when it comes to your knowledge on the basics of Pokemon battling and its related concepts. Next will be the obstacle course. This test will measure you and your Pokemon's abilities to overcome challenges physically and or creatively. And finally, there will be a battle exam. We've arranged for a special trainer to proctor this event and test your skills and potential as a Pokemon trainer. While these are individual exams, we will be calculating your performance as a whole, so don't worry if you don't do particularly well in one area." And he stops and he turns and looks at you and then turns to a gesture behind him. "Well, here we are at your first test, the verbal exam, and you've come to the entrance of one of those white tents that I mentioned prior. Um, before
Okay.
before you begin, do you have any questions?"
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, I just want to say I feel like you're going to do amazing, and I just want to wish you luck on your exam. In case of any emergency, we do have a Poke Center staff over in the corner there, and he like points to the east. And there's this tent with the red and white Pokeball symbol that typically signifies a Poke Center. Uh, are you,
Cool.
are you ready to get started?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Um, so yeah, you head into the entrance of the tent, and the flap of the tent kind of like closes behind you. And as you walk in, you see a very short woman. She's wearing glasses and like a lab coat, again with that orange Pokeball uh, symbol on the coat. And she looks down at her tablet and looks up, and she notices you. "Oh, hello. I'm Victoria. I'll be your proctor for your first test. Can I please have your name?"
My name's Ash.
Uh, I'm sorry. Could I get your last name too?
Oh, Ahlstrand-Everfree.
Okay. And she's scrolling, and as she's scrolling, she says, "Ahlstrand-Everfree. That's a local name. You're from here?"
Sadly.
"Oh, I think it's a lovely place to be, but uh, that's besides the point." And she finds your name on the tablet, and she goes, "Aha! There you are. Well, we could begin immediately. Are you ready?"
As I'll ever be.
And she holds her hand out towards a seat in front of the desk that you may go and sit at if you'd like.
I'll stand. I'm okay.
Okay. Very well. Let's begin. And she gives you like this like nervous smile. Um, Question 1. What is the name of the object we trainers use to capture Pokemon?
A Pokeball?
Yes, that's correct. I'll admit that one's a bit easy. Uh, but great nonetheless. Okay, question 2. Pokemon are unique creatures with a biological attribute we call types. Um, Not factoring in the Terra phenomenon from the Paldea region, how many types can a Pokemon have at once?
Do I believe?
Yes, that's correct. We haven't quite found any Pokemon with more than 2 types, though we do believe it might be a possibility. Um, okay, question 3. Most are strong against another type, and all types are weak to at least one type. In the case of grass, fire, and water, each of those types are weak against one of the other. Could you tell me what those weaknesses are?
Hmm.
So,
List the actual.
yeah, so
Yeah.
basically,
Uh,
what is water weak? So, water is weak to which of these three? Grass is weak to which of these three? And fire is weak to which of these three?
Fire is weak to water. Water is weak to grass. Grass is weak to fire, I think.
Yep, that's awesome. And one last question. Name one type
Oh,
of Pokemon. Oh, I'm sorry. Name one type that is immune, meaning it's unaffected, to attacks from another type.
access immune to another type. Any type immune to any type.
Yes.
Ghost is immune to dragon.
Um, that's not quite correct. Ghost is immune to something, but Dragon would not be the one. Ghost is actually immune to normal and fighting type moves. Uh, I'll give you half credit for that one. You did get the first part of it correct. But that's the last question. How do you feel you did?
Decent.
I'll say you honestly scored higher than a large majority of our participants. Um, I'm not supposed to tell you that. Anyway, next up is the obstacle course. Please follow me. And she turns and heads out of the tent. You get the feeling that she's not used to really talking to other people. She's kind of awkward and shy, but she also seems to really love like her research. Um, you walk over towards what looks like a series of walls, ramps, and hurdles. And as you arrive, this tall, buff man walks up to meet the both of you. Well, if it isn't Victoria! And the man who's greeting you guys towers over Victoria. He's what seems to be like 6.5 feet. And he's also wearing this same lab coat as Victoria. But honestly, it's a bit hard to tell it was even a lab coat in the first place. He obviously tore off the two sleeves to show his like massive muscles.
Got it.
He turns his attention towards you. Oh, I'd wager you're the next examinee for the physical exam. Nice to meet you. I'm Tori. Put her there. And he reaches out this massive hand to shake.
Um, no thanks. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. A shy one, I guess. Anyway, I'll give you the quick and easy. And as he's starting to talk, Victoria, like, gives you, like, a wave of good luck and starts to head off back to the tent that she was at. Let's get you right into the action. After this explanation, of course. Anyway, and he turns his attention to what you could only describe as, like, a military training course. And he's like,
Oh, Jesus.
and he like crosses his arms as he walks. Again, you're pretty sure he wants you to follow.
Oh, I'll follow him. Why not?
This here's my pride and glory. My obstacle course is built to test the limits and potential of you and your Pokemon's physical capabilities. You'll send out your Pokemon partner, and the two of you'll start at the flag over there. And he gestures to this large banner with like a checkered, like you know, like the starting line checkerboard design, the black and white.
Yeah.
Again, you can't help but notice the logo. It seems the Iliad organization kind of just slaps it on everything, but their main colors seem to be white and orange. Once I sound the alarm, you'll take off fast as a Rapidash. Your first obstacle will be the balance beams. You and your partner will need to walk across that one beam together. Neither you nor your Pokemon can move on until you've both crossed. Got it? Good. Next is the Mankey bars. Again, neither can move on until you both get across, so make sure you help each other out. And careful not to fall, or you'll end up muddier than a lounging Quagsire. I cracked myself up. Anyway, after that, you'll dive into the incredibly deep Sharpedo tank. I regret to inform you, the organization wouldn't allow me to put actual Sharpedo in the tank, but it's a banging name nonetheless. Anyway, you'll both need to dive to the bottom of the tank and retrieve 2 bracelets from the bottom and return them to the tank, to the top. Next is the Mime Jr. wall. 4 Mime Jr. will be blocking your path, and you've got to make them chuckle if you want to continue your hustle. They won't let you through without a laugh. Finally, you'll rev to the finish line and hand off those 2 bracelets you grabbed. And that's it. You'll be all done. It's not too hard, yeah?
Sounds easy.
Good. Well, you can make your way to the starting line and make sure you send out your partner. And you... Sorry. He reaches out his hand and, like, gestures to the starting line, and you can head over there.
I'll do that.
Alrighty. And...
Quick, like, completely unrelated question, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, the 5E guide, it would be wrong then, right?
About what?
So, that one question, because I looked it up real quick. On the 5E guide, it does say Ghost is immune to Dragon. So, that's wrong.
That would be wrong in the lore of Pokemon. We aren't exclusively playing 5E. I am making some changes to it, so it's more of a homebrew. But Fairy is weak to Dragon. Sorry, Fairy is immune to Dragon and is the only thing that is immune to Dragon.
Okay, because I was banking on that for, like, if I ever encounter a Dragon type.
Well,
Oh,
your
wait.
partner happens to be
Mimikyu's
immune.
fairy too. Duh.
Were you looking at
I'm dumb.
the
Continue.
guide, or were you looking at the immunities underneath Marcy?
Um, I'm looking at both the guide and the immunities.
Okay, so the immunities are correct. The guide, I have no idea why the guide states that, but yeah, only fairy is immune to dragon.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. So as you head to the starting line, do you send out Marcy?
I do.
Okay. Uh, standing standing next to you is, well, more probably like hovering, is a doll almost that very heavily resembles a fan favorite known as Pikachu. Uh, it is a little creepy. Some enthusiasts might call it cute, however. And she's got this tail that's supposed to resemble Pikachu's, but the tail is just kind of a plank of wood. um, okay. Tori, as you look over, Tori is holding a Pokeball in his hand, and he tosses it into the air, and out pops this large purple Pokemon with a massive mouth and like four teeth, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. He's got 2 big round ears on its head that sort of resemble speakers, and Tori begins to count down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And right as Tori is about to shout the word go, you cannot hear it. Because this purple Pokemon takes a massive deep breath in, turns upward to the sky, and releases this incredible shout into the air. And its ears kind of like rattle, like as if they're amplifying the sound. And you take that as your signal to start. You and Marcy can take off. As you guys start, the first... Oh, uh-oh. Okay, the first obstacle that you find yourself at is the balance beams. How will you and Marcy handle this challenge?
Handle it in any way I want, question mark?
Mm-hmm. So you've come...
Put
You've
Marcy on...
Sorry, I was just gonna say, yeah. So you come up to this balance beam. I'd say it stretches, like, I should have written this down. I had a length from the last time. I don't remember it. We'll say it stretches out to probably like 4 yards, and it has like this gap underneath of it with like shallow water in it. But yeah, it's not too long, but it's kind of lengthy.
Would Marcy just be allowed to ride my shoulder across?
Is that what you'd like to do?
I guess so.
Okay. How does Marcy get up on your shoulder? Do you pick her up? Does she jump up there?
I pick the sweet baby up and put her on my shoulder.
Okay. As you begin to cross the balance beam with Marcy on your shoulder, can you make me a DC 13 dexterity check, please? So
DC.
you'd roll a you'd roll a d20 for that. When I say DC, that's just the threshold that you need to meet. So for checks, you'll just roll a d20.
Okay. Can my D stop, please? I'm about to lose my marbles. This roller. I need a D20. I got 13.
And is that what you rolled, or is that plus your dexterity modifier?
13 roll and then Dexter. So I technically got 14.
Okay. You make it across, no problem. Uh, I I wouldn't even say you really even could feel Marcy on your shoulder as you're crossing. She's extremely light. You get over there, no problem. As you both make it across, you can head on to your next challenge. Are you gonna run over there with Marcy on your shoulder, or does Marcy hop off?
I'm gonna run over there with Marcy on my shoulder.
Okay. Uh, as you're making your way over, you come to a ladder. It goes vertical, and then the ladder turns horizontally. You are at the Mankey Bars. It stretches a little over 60 feet long. So imagine like the length of like your average bowling lane. And it hovers high above a pit of mud. What do you do?
Uh, um, Running start, just power across it and try to make it in one go.
Okay. You still have Marcy on your shoulder, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. And just so we're being clear, you're just basically taking the normal approach for like monkey bars. You're just like swinging across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
I need you to make me a DC 14 strength check then.
DC 14. So just roll D20 again.
Yep. And then add your strength modifier.
15. You stop being an asshole. 17.
Okay. Again, you make it across, no problem. Marcy almost falls off of your shoulder with how quickly you're going. But without breaking a sweat, you hop over using only one hand and just like grab her. You're fine. Like, you've got this. Um, and Tori kind of sees this. He's like, "Whoa!" And he looks over at his partner. He's like, I could do that." um, Okay, so you make it across and you land at the end of the Mankey Bars. In front of you is a what looks like a about 20-foot deep pool of water into the ground, and it's about 30 feet across. You can just barely make out two small orange and white bracelets at the bottom of the pool, um, and you know that you are meant to retrieve these. What do you do?
Dive in head first, swim to the bottom, just let Marcy float at the top because I don't believe she can swim.
So Marcy's like hovering above the water.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just jumped in for both of them. Can you make me a DC 14 Constitution check then? You've got to hold your breath. It's pretty deep.
13.
13. Okay, so you get close. You get just to the bottom of the pool, and right before you can grab the bracelet, you're like, I can't do this. I didn't take a big enough breath, and you have to book it back to the top. Um, so you break the surface of the water and you take in a deep breath, but the bracelets remain at the bottom of the pool.
I take a bigger breath and do the exact same thing.
Bigger breath. Gotcha. Uh, Go ahead again. Make me a DC 14 Constitution check.
14.
There you go. Uh, this time you took just enough of a breath to make it to the bottom. You grab the two bracelets in one hand and you book it back to the top. Um, do you hold on to both of the bracelets as you get to the top? Like, are you keeping them both on you, or do you like hand one to Marcy as you get up there,
I'll give one to Marcy like a necklace.
like a necklace? I think it'd be a little
Yeah.
more of like a choker, but that works. Um, okay, so you get to the other side of the pool, and Marcy just hovers on over above the water. Um, you notice that Marcy doesn't look down uh, quite. You're hovering over water. The sun is above you, and it seems like she's making sure to avoid her reflection. Um,
Did-
but as you guys get to the other side of the pool, you look ahead and you see a line of what looks to be small, like these small pink clown Pokemon, and they're wearing like purplish blue party shaped hats. They have like a red nose. These are most likely the Mime Junior that you were told about, and they stare blankly at the two of you. All four of them lined up with their arms stretched out side to side, as kind of to say like, you cannot go past here. Um, and they seem to be expecting something from you. What do you do?
Remember correctly, Tori said I have to make them laugh to get out of the way. So I tell a stupid joke in hopes that they move.
Okay, so the kind of DM that I am going to be is, I need to hear that joke. What what is the joke that you tell?
Wh- Why did a scarecrow win an award?
Uh,
Because he was outstanding in his field.
make 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 a DC 14 charisma check for me, please. I'll give you +1 because I actually laughed at it. So add 1 to that along with your charisma check or charisma bonus. I mean,
So 16.
16. Okay. Uh, the the four mime junior like stop and like they lift an eyebrow and they turn and look at each other like they're like sitting down like trying to understand it, and then one of them finally gets it and it like slaps his knee and falls over laughing. The other three are like, what's going on? And then they get it and they also fall over and they start like giggling uncontrollably. But you notice that no sound actually comes out of their mouths. It's completely silent. Matter of fact, when they hit the ground there was no thud or anything. But it seems like you can pass. Do you go on?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Uh, you and Marcy can make your way to the finish line, and as you cross, you hear a loud pop, and confetti starts raining down. And Tori runs over, clapping his hands with his partner. Amazing job out there! You had me and Loudred sitting on the edge of our theoretical seats. With the obstacle course out of the way, you've got but one more challenge: a Pokemon battle. Unfortunately, Loudred and I won't get the honor of being your opponent. That privilege goes to him. And he gestures over to one of the battlefields set out in the center. Um, and you may walk over.
I gingerly walk over.
Gingerly.
I don't know what gingerly
I don't.
means. What
I
does that mean?
don't. I think it's
I
like.
don't think that's the word I
I feel
wanted,
like
but
gingerly is like a romantic
I
term.
don't.
Like are you like?
Oh no, in a careful, cautious manner. I
Oh
was right.
wow. Okay. All right. I don't know why I thought that was like a romantic. It's like you like twirl your hair and like skip a little bit over there. Um,
Nah.
but okay. As you head over, as you get closer, you notice the person standing in at one end of the battlefield is also wearing this like white outfit. He's got white pants, this t-shirt, this black t-shirt on, but he also has a white lab coat, except he's not. He's wearing the lab coat more like a cape. It's on his shoulders. He doesn't have his arms through the sleeves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but you head over to him. He's got lavender hair and green eyes, um, and he gives you a smile. Why, hello there. My name is James, and I shall be your proctor for the last part of your tests. A Pokemon battle. All you've got to do is battle me with your own style. Show me what you've got, and I'm sure you'll do fine. Are you ready?
I suppose
Well, don't sound so excited about it.
I'm jubilated to be here.
Well, tough crowd today. Uh, okay. I guess I'll head over to my end, and you can head over to the opposite end of the court. Um, Marcy is still on your shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you make it to your end of the court, is Marcy gonna stay on your shoulder, or does she hop off and kind of take a battle stance?
Hops off and takes a battle stance.
All right. Um, as Marcy takes her spot on the court, James grabs a Pokeball from his waist and he clicks the little button and it expands to like the full size of a Pokeball, and he tosses it out in front of him. Um, and what pops out seems to be this large, like carnivorous plant-looking Pokemon. He's got like green, sharp teeth, and he's got vines that kind of look like they would make up his legs. They intertwine each other. Some are green, some of them are red. Um, and as the Pokemon makes its way out of the Pokeball, in midair, it immediately turns to James, opens its huge mouth, and just like closes its mouth over James's head. And James is like shaking around trying to get him off, and he's like, "Carnivine, this is not the time. We've got a job to do." And Carnivine pops off of James's head, lands in front of him, and takes a battle-ready stance. It's time to roll initiative. Can you roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier for me?
D20.
Actually, sorry, add the dexterity modifier of Marcy to it.
Uh, Question.
Yep,
If you get a nat 20, are you still adding that dexterity modifier?
you are still adding it, yes.
So I got 22 technically.
Okay. Carnivine got a 14, so you will be going first. Um, just to kind of go over it really quickly, when you have a turn in D&D, as well as it's going to work the same way for Pokemon, you can use an action, which typically that'll be using one of your attacks. You can move, but we won't really be moving too much for this one. Or you can use a bonus action. And bonus actions are usually only designated to when a specific ability or move says that you would use it on a bonus action. So for now, it'll just be the typical back and forth for Pokemon. But you can go ahead and choose your attack.
I'm gonna do scratch.
All right, Marcy's going to go for a scratch. Can you roll a d20 for me to see if that hits?
12.
12 does actually. You rolled a straight 12.
Yeah, straight 12 on the D20.
Okay, and then you have a to hit bonus for scratch. That'll be right under the PP.
Oh, plus 5, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That would make it 17.
All right, 17 does hit. So you can go ahead and roll damage. For Marcy, that I believe damage for scratch is going to be a d12.
So on the dice it says 11. And then damage plus 2 is 14?
Uh, 13.
13.
So yeah, so Carnivine is going to take 13 points of damage.
Wahoo!
Okay, and it is now Carnavine's turn. Um, Carnivine is going to open its mouth very wide and kind of like stick out its tongue. And you smell this deliciously sweet smell coming out of Carnivine's mouth. It is going to attempt to use Sweet Scent. So I need Marcy to make a DC 14 Charisma save. So you roll a D20 for that.
14. Yeah, 14.
And then you'll add your Charisma save bonus to that.
So Christmas, so that would make it. Jesus fucking Christ, I can math. 15, 16, 17?
17. Yep, 17. Yep, 17 is a pass. So
Wahoo!
this
What?
scent comes wafting out, and Marcy kind of just stands there unaffected. You might be able to smell it, but Marcy doesn't seem to care. Does Marcy have a nose? Nobody knows. But it is your turn.
I am going to do Astonish.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit for me.
After that, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18 does hit. You can go ahead and roll your damage. That'll be a D10, I think, for Astonish.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 damage. Carnivine is taking a beating. So Carnivine takes 10 points of damage. It is now Carnivine's turn. Carnivine is not liking how much damage it's taking. It's going to throw its two like viney leafy arms behind it, and it kind of stretches out like Elastigirl, and then he like throws them back in front of him, and he's going to attempt to kind of wrap them around Marcy with a bind. So that is 23 to hit. These vines come like flying at Marcy, and they start to wrap around her. And as they do, they just phase through her. Nothing happens.
Yippee!
It's Marcy's turn.
I'm going to do. Oh, wait a minute. Copycat.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Can I do copycat?
Yep, you sure can. Let's see. So I believe you would be using the last move that you saw. Yeah.
The
So,
last move I used was Astonish.
nope.
Or
It's going to be the last move that occurred. So you're going to be using Bind. That's what Carnivine just used.
okay.
So can you start with rolling to hit, please?
Oh God, that's low.
What'd you get?
6.
Okay, then you'll add 5 to that. So 11.
11. That ain't gonna hit.
Yeah, it does not hit. But this like shadowy claw comes creeping from under the cloak of Marcy, and mimics the movement of Carnivine. It like swings back and then goes flying forward. Carnivine is freaking terrified of this thing. He dodges out of the way, and kind of like steps back and looks at James like, "What the hell was that?" And James is like, "I don't know. Just keep fighting." It is Carnivine's turn. Carnivine's gonna attempt to swing one of his whips out to Marcy, and like hit her. So we're gonna roll. I need some more light in here for sure. That is a 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. Does 13 hit? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. I didn't hear your response. Does a 13 hit?
It should?
Marcy's
Question mark?
AC... No, Marcy's AC is 14, not 13.
Oh, yeah. AC 14. So no, it doesn't hit. Sorry.
All good. Okay, so this whip comes flying at Marcy, and Marcy hovers to the side, and it slaps into the ground right next to her, just barely missing. Marcy's turn.
I'm gonna do Astonish again.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25.
Whoa. 25.
I don't like the fact I'm getting such high rolls, but at the same time I do.
You used Astonish. What was your natural roll?
My natural roll was a 19.
Yep, that'll do it. Okay. So you can go ahead and roll damage then. That'll be a d10 plus your damage bonus.
Get that tab open. 8 plus. You said plus 4 damage?
For Astonish, it's going to be plus 6.
Oh. So. 14.
14 damage. All right. Carnivine takes 14 damage. Carnivine's hurting.
Marcy is broken and I love it.
And Astonish, when you roll a natural roll of 15 or higher, the target flinches. And so on a flinch, my turn is skipped. So it is once again Marcy's turn.
Marcy's gonna do scratch.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
Boop. Can my computer stop dying?
Live, computer, live!
20. Well, 15 on die and then 5 to hit, so 20.
Okay. That definitely hits. You can go ahead and roll your damage. That'll be a d12.
Be this little guy. 10, 11.
That's with your damage bonus?
That's with my damage bonus, yeah.
Okay.
9 on die, plus 2.
All right. It is Carnivine's turn. Carnivine's had enough. He's gonna kind of coil his body / vines, and kind of spring forward towards Marcy and attempt to bite Marcy. What do I roll here? What is that? Help! I'm blind. Does a 19 hit?
That definitely hits.
Okay. I'll roll for damage. If I can find the right die. There we go. That is going to be 12 damage, and then bite is super effective. No, actually, I don't think it is. No, bite is not super effective. So yeah, that's going to be what did I just say?
12.
12. It'll be 12 damage.
So take 12 off of my 55.
Uh, no, you'll take 12 off of your 65. Remember, Mimikyu
Oh, right, it's 65.
has plus 10. So your max health
No.
is 55, but because of the disguise ability, you have an extra 10 points of temporary hit points to your health.
So I'd be at 53 then?
Yep.
Not 23. Okay.
Okay. It is Marcy's turn.
I'm gonna be bold and do copycat again.
Copycat. You're gonna go. Okay. So then you'll be going for a bite. Can you roll to hit for me?
Mm. 9.
And then add 5 to that. So that's 14.
Yes.
That does hit. That exactly meets the AC. You can go ahead and roll your
Yes.
damage. That's going to be 2d8.
2d8. 5, 3, so 6, 7, 8. 8.
Okay. And then you'll add your either your strength or your dexterity modifier to that.
Of Mimikyu. Well,
Yeah.
Marcy.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll do dexterity, so 10.
Okay. Uh, how does Marcy take out this Carnivine with this bite? How does it look?
Creepy because there's chompers under the cloak.
Okay. Uh, okay. So Marcy kind of approaches and opens her cloak, and these massive shadowy fangs appear from the shadows and clamp down into Carnivine. And Carnivine is unconscious.
Yippee!
James returns Carnivine to the Pokeball, and he walks over and claps. Wow, I haven't seen anybody take on Carnivine like that for a while. You did a pretty good job.
Hee hee hee.
Well, I've got no complaints here. That about finishes up your exam. If you've taken any damage, like our proctor told you earlier, we do have a Pokemon Center. But other than that, we will reach out to you once we have your results.
Okay,
And and what?
am I allowed to go to the Pokemon Center?
There's a it's like a Pokemon tent. Uh,
Yeah, that's cool.
but yes, and that you can fully heal up Marcy. And this was a much shorter session than the first session 0, but we will conclude it here.
Yippee!
How do you
This is
feel?
so much fun.
You liked it?
I love this.
uh, that for combat was like very bare bones for this. Obviously, like I said, there will be like movement and stuff for combat that's not sanctioned Pokemon battling. Um, but yeah, I like the system. I think as a DM, it's fun for me too. um, but yeah, you absolutely bodied that Carnivine. So good job to you and Marcy.
Oopsies.
But yeah, guys, that was our second part to our session 0 session zeros. There are 2 more on the way. But thanks for listening. I would say watching, but there's no video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Yippee!